Idaho legend Rob Lesser was the first kayaker to run the entire North Fork, but he called this stretch the biggest water in Idaho. I'm your Idaho Backroads neighborhood reporter, Steve Dent, and let's see how kayakers fare in the Milner Mile.
What you're looking at is some of the most high caliber paddlers in the United States right now. A lot of these kids compete in the world championships, place in the world championships, and people forget that Idaho and like the Northwest in general produces a lot of really incredible whitewater kayakers.
The Milner Mile looks huge from the bluffs above, but check out the GoPro footage from Matteo Qualik as he took on this Class 5 run.
The section's only 1.3 miles. And it almost feels like you just kayaked all day when you get to the bottom. You're just so tired. Yeah! The water is moving so fast, and sometimes these super big waves, sometimes you just catch it perfectly and you go right over the top, and other times it just hits you right in the face and you feel like you just got slammed by a football player. So fun. Oh yeah, dude. So good.
Idaho Power will release water from the Milner Dam when they have excess water and they get a request from kayakers. Even though it was around 45 degrees on Sunday, Aaron Pruzan told us around 30 kayakers showed up to do more than 60 laps.
Which is pretty sweet. I mean, that might be one of the larger groups ever. And I think I've been coming here running this since 1995. So it's a pretty cool resource. We gotta thank Rob Lesser for making this happen.
Laps on the Milner Mile helped Rob Lesser prepare to pioneer first descents in British Columbia and Alaska. It's a place for kayakers to test their skills, as paddlers came from Idaho, Washington, Utah, Montana, and Wyoming.
It's super fun. I mean, it's a little scary for sure, but it's a pretty straightforward line, and it is pretty much right down the middle.
But the Milner Mile doesn't run often, as Idaho Power needs 10,000 cubic feet per second above the needs for irrigation and aquifer recharge. The last time it had water was 2019, 2017, and when Ethan McLeod ran it in his youth in 2011.
Yeah, 15 years old here. We were with the crew out of Boise, where I was born and raised. Yeah, Sack Lunch Gangsters. There's just a bunch of us kids, 15 to 18 out here around the Milner Mile. It doesn't happen very often, so it's just a very special experience, you could say.
And now it's the next generation's turn. Young paddlers like Boise's Matteo Kowalik has only been able to dream about the Milner Mile until now, as he made his personal first descent.
Oh my goodness, the Milner Mile was spectacular. I'm pretty young, so like the last time it came in 2019, I think I was 11 years old, if I can do math correctly. So super exciting to kind of grow up and thinking about how close such an amazing piece of whitewater is and finally be old enough and everything to line up for it to come in. So I'm super stoked to be out here with such a good crew to fire it up.
This is an experts only run, but all the kayakers stayed in their boats. That's the biggest key to staying safe in this stretch. It really was an impressive display of paddling, and the kayakers wanted me to thank Idaho Power for granting the release. I'm your Idaho Backroads neighborhood reporter, Steve Dent, for Idaho News 6.